Please welcome the Honorable Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee.
Isn't it great to have a Master of Ceremonies that has served and continues to serve in Bill Biessa? Give him another big hand of applause. God bless the USA and God bless all of you. This is a special day for veterans, and it looks as if over the last couple of days I've run into any number of veterans. Coming home, I flew on an airplane where a woman veteran, got on with her service dog, and all the eyes of the plane were on her. Patted her on the back and said, "You hang in there." Just a few days ago, I joined Major Chevalier, retired 19 years, as she put forward a competition to raise money for those suffering from PTSD. And just in that same day, visiting in North Houston, the Veterans Retreat, where veterans gathered and sought help to make sure that veterans would find this place of refuge. What a great country. What a great nation. And so today we honor those who have served, but we also honor their families. I'd like the Blue Star mothers to stand if they would. They are in the audience. Give them a round of applause. If there are other family members, would you please stand? If there are Gold Star mothers, would you please stand or raise your hand as well? We can do better than that. Let's give them a rousing applause. Thank you so very much. I say that because they are evidence of those who continue to serve. Delighted to be here with my colleagues and as well with our senator, that we stand together united. But I want to offer some thoughts that I think are important, and I've heard this as I've traveled and met with veterans. It is amazing the experience and the tenure and service that veterans have on the battlefield and beyond. That means that if you're a medic, you could almost be, if I might say, a physician, a nurse practitioner. But when you come out of the military, the civilian government might not receive you at the level of experience that you have. That generates into frustration, maybe even to the homelessness that we see among our veterans, not giving the service that they have given, the respect to equal, if you will, the importance of their work. So I want to commit to you that we're going to introduce legislation that if you are at a level of responsibility, that the civilian government and civilian jobs that are out here today will put you at that level and not as an entry-level employee. Respect the work that you've done. And lastly, I want to say that the military service is in our DNA. My uncle served in World War II. My father-in-law was a Tuskegee Airman. And we constantly hear those wonderful stories of bravery, but also of challenge. So it is very important that we serve you today, making sure your veterans' health care is veterans' health care and works, protecting the women by introducing legislation as relates to military sexual assault, stopping it because women and men have the same rights to serve in the United States military. And then, as I've done year after year, to introduce legislation continuing to fund resources for PTSD. No one wounded visibly or wounded mentally should ever be ashamed of the needs that they have to become whole to this country as a civilian. So ladies and gentlemen, this is a glorious and wonderful nation. I boast about America wherever I can. We live in the greatest nation in the world because you live and because you serve. God bless all the veterans. God bless the United States of America.